This Golf has been abandoned for years, and I paid $1,000 for it, but I didn't buy it to sell. This car is going to become a gift for a subscriber whose car was stolen, but there's a problem. We don't know if this engine still works. And if this engine doesn't work, there's no gift. He doesn't know anything yet. Can we actually pull this off? Today's project is different from anything we've ever done on this channel. Marcio has been following the channel for years. A few weeks ago, he sent me a message. His car had been stolen. A simple car. But it was the car that took his mom to her doctor's appointments every week. He didn't ask me for anything, he just needed to vent. But that stuck with me, and I decided to do something crazy. I went looking for a car and found this listing online, a Golf MK3 third generation, a classic from the 90s, sitting for years. I closed the deal for $1,000. The condition? Paint destroyed, wheels destroyed, and a smell inside that could knock you out. The plan: mechanical work, cleaning, bodywork, paint, and a proper interior. All in secret. At the end, this Golf goes to Marcio's garage, and he has no idea. First mission, find out what all this dust is hiding. Vimo from Vonixx goes to work loosening the heavy grime. Years of neglect going down the drain all at once. The wash revealed two pieces of news. The good, this Golf is better looking than the dust let on. The bad, the paint didn't survive the years. Faded, dull, lifeless, with spots that no polish can save. This Golf is going to need real bodywork and paint. But hold on, before we deal with looks, we need to know if this car has life in it. Before any diagnosis, this engine is getting cleaned. I don't work on dirty engines, and neither does my mechanic. Years of neglect leave their mark. Old grease, compacted dust, dried out hoses. And while the cleaning happens, let me tell you why I have faith in this car. Golf engines from this era are known for one thing, being tough. Simple, honest mechanics built to run forever. The kind of engine that takes abuse and asks for more. If there's a car capable of surviving years of abandonment, it's a Golf like this. Clean, the conversation changes. Now we can see what we're really working with. But will it still turn over? Only the mechanic can tell me that. I called the mechanic to give the verdict. This guy has brought back engines that everyone had given up on. His first assessment was direct. None of the fluids in this car are any good anymore. Old oil, old coolant, compromised brakes. Everything replaced along with the filters. It's the basics done right. Without this, there's no point dreaming about startup. With everything new, the moment of truth arrived. He turned the key and nothing. Not a rumble, not an attempt, just a dry click and silence. The mechanic got serious. He said the problem wasn't fuel, wasn't oil. It was something deeper, and he'd need to investigate carefully. Did we just buy $1,000 worth of scrap metal? While the mechanic investigates the engine's silence, let's see what's underneath. And here lives a real fear. Golfs from this era suffer from floor rust. If the structure is compromised, the entire project changes. The heavy cleaning revealed the verdict. There is rust, yes, in isolated spots. I won't hide it from you. But nothing structural. The chassis is solid, intact, no surprises. For a car that sat for years, this is a real win. The mechanic came back with his equipment and with a lead. First, the good news. The electrical system on this Golf is working. Battery holding charge, dashboard lighting up, everything responding. For a moment, it gave us hope. But then he found the culprit behind the silence, the starter motor. Seized and non-functional, years of sitting condemned the part. It simply won't turn anymore. And without a starter, there's no ignition. It's like having a healthy heart with no one to give the first shock. The new starter motor goes straight to the shopping list. And we hope that's the only problem, because if there's more that doesn't work, the bill is going to climb. Now it's time to wash the wheels and wheel wells. The wheel wells came out fine from the cleaning, years of dirt but nothing broken. The wheels and tires weren't so lucky. Dried out tires, cracked hard as rock. Driving on these is asking for trouble. And the wheels. Those were done a long time ago. No debate, new wheels and tires go on the list. The shopping list is closed, time to spend. First item, and the most urgent, the new starter motor. $80. This decides whether the project lives or dies. Second, new wheels with new tires, $400. And finally, the interior of this Golf lost a lot along the way. Headliner, trim, buttons, panels. There are parts missing or broken in every corner. $120 in new trim pieces. The new starter motor arrived. The mechanic installed the part with the calm of someone who's seen this movie many times. And the moment of truth arrived. If it doesn't start now, the problem is much bigger than we thought. He turned the key. The engine turned over strong for the first time. Coughed and fired up. After years without running, this engine is making noise again. Now nothing can stop this project. Time to tackle the worst part of this car, the interior. I mentioned at the beginning, the smell inside is unbearable. Mold, moisture, years with the doors closed, a mix that hits you from a distance. Regular cleaning won't fix this. So the treatment is going to be heavy. Foam covering the entire interior, scrubbing corner to corner, and deep extraction. Sintra Pro from Vonixx working on every inch. Headliner, carpet, dashboard, door panels. Years of grime coming out all at once. And in place of the broken parts and lost trim, new pieces, proper fit. Think about it. These are the seats where Marcio's mom will sit every week. So there's no good enough here, only spotless. E antes que os comentários perguntem, não, esse Golf não veio de leilão. Eu achei ele num anúncio normal na internet. Mas quase todo o projeto desse canal começa num leilão. É lá que eu encontro carro bom por um preço que ninguém acredita. E o passo a passo de como comprar carro de leilão sem cair em cilada tá no meu e-book de leilão. O link tá na descrição e no comentário fixado. Remember when I said the paint was beyond saving? Well, it's time to call in the body shop. The body guy sanded down the damaged areas, corrected the body panel by panel. and gave back to the Golf the color that time had stolen. Fresh paint always looks good when it's wet, but after it dried, no doubt about it. This Golf is back to the color it had when it left the dealership, back in the 90s. The new paint got the finish it deserves, full polish with the SGT machines. Layer by layer, the shine came back. Piece by piece, this Golf stopped being an abandoned car. Just one thing left. You remember how this Golf arrived? Abandoned, dirty, smelly, and non-running. And now the story is different. Engine running, new paint, spotless interior, new wheels, ready for the road. What score do you give this transformation? Comment below 0 to 10. And now the final project tally. The car cost me $1,000. Fluids and filters, $80. Starter motor, $80. Wheels and tires, $400. Interior trim, $120. Bodywork and paint, $350. Total invested, $2,030. Sale price, none. And the profit, zero. This car is not for sale, and it never was. And still, I'll tell you right now, this was the best deal I've ever made on this channel. You're about to understand why. Marcio thought he was just coming to visit the shop. He had no idea this surprise was for him. When his car was stolen, Marcio didn't just lose a car. He lost the way to take care of the person who raised him. Every week, that was the car that took his mom to the doctor.
I can't believe it. This is for me? My mother won't believe it when she sees it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have no idea what this means to us.
And starting today, it's this Golf that will service, tuned, ready to drive. No payments, no catch, no owing anyone anything.
This is the GL version, right? 1.8 AP. Bet it runs great.
A car isn't just a car. Sometimes it's the road to the people we love. This Golf started abandoned in an online listing, and it ends up becoming part of a family story. Prices may vary depending on your region. If you enjoyed this project, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment with your thoughts.
Now my mother's going to show up in style at the doctor.